Have you ever wondered how Andrew Carnegie, a man who started with nothing, managed to become one of the richest men in history? Picture a humble bobbin boy, born into poverty in Scotland, who would later transform into a steel tycoon, philanthropist, and one of the wealthiest individuals in the annals of time. This isn't just a rags to riches story. It's the tale of Andrew Carnegie, a man whose life was shaped by a blend of ambition, perseverance, and most importantly, distinct strategies that propelled him to the zenith of success. Andrew's legacy doesn't just lie in his amassed fortune, but in the principles he lived by, principles that guided him from a life of hardship to one of unimaginable wealth. His story isn't just inspiring, it's instructive, a blueprint for success, if you will. So, what if I told you that Carnegie's success wasn't just a fluke, but the result of 7 distinct strategies he employed throughout his life? Andrew Carnegie was not a man of formal education, yet he was a man of immense knowledge. Yes, that's right. Born into a working-class family, Carnegie had little opportunity for formal schooling. However, he didn't let this deter him. Instead, he took it upon himself to learn, voraciously reading books and newspapers and soaking up information like a sponge. He was a testament to the fact that classrooms and textbooks aren't the only sources of knowledge. Carnegie's commitment to self-education was not just a hobby, it was a strategic tool. He understood that knowledge was power, and he used this power to make informed, strategic decisions in his business ventures. He knew the value of staying ahead of the curve, of understanding the trends and shifts in the world around him. His continuous learning allowed him to navigate the complex world of business with agility and insight. But Carnegie didn't keep this secret to success to himself. He was a firm believer in the power of education and wanted to make learning accessible to all. As a testament to this belief, he established public libraries, places where anyone, regardless of their economic status, could come and learn. He understood that the power of continuous learning wasn't just his secret, it was a universal key to success. So, the first secret to Carnegie's success was his relentless pursuit of knowledge. Yes, Andrew Carnegie, the man of steel, was also a man of books, a man of learning, and a man of wisdom. Carnegie knew that to amass wealth, he needed to make his money work for him. The industrial titan didn't just stumble upon his fortune, he built it strategically, with the precision of a chess grandmaster. His foresight was his secret weapon, and it was this ability to envisage the potential of burgeoning industries that set him apart. Let's take a step back in time to the late 19th century. America was on the cusp of an industrial revolution, and Andrew Carnegie, ever the visionary, saw an opportunity in the steel and railroad industries. He recognized their potential long before they became the backbone of America's industrial might. But he didn't just invest blindly. He researched, he studied, he understood the intricacies of these industries. Carnegie knew that the future of America lay in the expansion of its infrastructure. He foresaw that steel would not just be needed for the burgeoning railroad industry, but for the skyscrapers that would soon touch the sky, the bridges that would span rivers, and the ships that would connect the world. His investments were not just about making money, they were about building the future. He didn't chase quick returns, he focused on long-term growth. He was not a gambler, he was a strategic investor. His philosophy, invest in the future, invest in progress, and the returns will follow. Opening. Carnegie understood that success doesn't happen in isolation. In the grand tapestry of life, it's the threads of human connection that often weave the most intricate patterns. Andrew Carnegie, the titan of industry and philanthropy, was a master weaver in this respect. His ability to build and maintain relationships was as essential to his success as his business acumen. From his humble beginnings in Scotland, Carnegie learned early on the importance of having strong allies. He fostered relationships with influential figures such as Thomas A. Scott, who provided him with opportunities to advance.
Teach me.
He didn't just network, he created bonds, built trust, and formed alliances. Carnegie was able to do this because he understood the power of genuine connection and the role it plays in success. He knew that relationships were not just about taking, but also about giving. He treated his relationships as partnerships, where both parties could grow and benefit. In business, these relationships often translated into support for his ventures, invaluable advice, or simply a helping hand when needed. But it wasn't just about business for Carnegie. He believed in the power of human connection, in the joy of shared experiences, and in the strength that comes from mutual respect and understanding. His approach to relationships teaches us an important lesson. To truly succeed, we must appreciate the value of others and recognize that our achievements are often the result of many hands, many minds, and many hearts.
I have no idea.
No idea.
Closing. Carnegie's third secret was understanding the power of relationships. Carnegie was no stranger to hard work. His journey to greatness began in the humblest of ways, as a bobbin boy in a cotton factory. At the tender age of 13, he was earning a mere $1.20 a week. But even then, his relentless work ethic was clear as day. Carnegie understood that hard work was the key to climbing the ladder of success. He didn't shy away from the long hours or the grueling tasks. He embraced them, knowing that every drop of sweat was a step closer to his dreams. You see, Carnegie's work ethic wasn't just about the physical labor, it was about the mental fortitude required to rise above the challenges. It was about the unwavering determination to keep going, even when the odds were stacked against him. Carnegie once said, "The first one gets the oyster, the second gets the shell." He knew that in order to be the first one, he had to work harder and smarter than anyone else. He had to be the first one there in the morning and the last one to leave at night. And it is this relentless work ethic that transformed a simple bobbin boy into one of the wealthiest and most influential figures in history. Carnegie's story is a testament to the power of hard work and the incredible heights it can take you to. So, the fourth secret, a relentless work ethic. Carnegie was not just a man who amassed wealth, he was also a man who gave it away. This conviction, this desire to share his fortune for the betterment of society, was a cornerstone of Carnegie's life. It was not enough for him to merely create wealth, he felt compelled to use it for the greater good. Carnegie's philanthropy was far-reaching and diverse, but perhaps the most tangible manifestation of this was his commitment to education. He believed strongly in the transformative power of knowledge, and he invested heavily in it. He funded the construction of thousands of libraries across the United States and the world. It was his conviction that everyone, regardless of their social standing or background, should have access to education and the opportunities it provides. But his philanthropy didn't stop at libraries and education. Carnegie was a man of peace. In a world that was often marred by conflict, he sought to be a beacon of tranquility. He donated vast sums to peace initiatives, funding research and organizations committed to preventing war and promoting peaceful coexistence. In Carnegie's view, wealth was not a personal possession, but a trust held for the benefit of society. He once said, "The man who dies rich, dies disgraced." This was not just a catchy quote for Carnegie, it was a principle he lived by. He gave away approximately 90% of his fortune during his lifetime, aiming to create a world that was better and more equitable. Carnegie's philanthropy was not just about giving money, it was about fostering change, about creating a world where opportunities were not confined to the privileged few. It was about breaking down barriers and opening doors. So let's remember Andrew Carnegie, not just as a steel magnate or a titan of industry, but as a philanthropist, a man who understood the importance of giving back. His legacy is not just in the wealth he created, but in the lives he touched and the opportunities he created for countless individuals. Carnegie's fifth secret was understanding the power of giving back. So there you have it, the secrets behind Andrew Carnegie's success. 5 fundamental principles that not only shaped his life, but also the industrial landscape of the world. First, continuous learning, a cornerstone of Carnegie's journey. He understood that knowledge was power, and he never stopped seeking it. Second, the art of investing wisely. Carnegie knew that every dollar spent is a dollar earned, and he proved it time and time again. Third, building relationships. Carnegie didn't build an empire alone, he built it with others, fostering connections that stood the test of time. Fourth, the value of hard work. Carnegie's story is a testament to the unyielding power of determination and grit. And finally, the power of giving back. Carnegie's legacy is not in his wealth, but in the lives he changed through his philanthropy. I encourage you to apply these secrets in your own life. Remember, success is not just about wealth, but about the impact you make. As Carnegie said, "The man who dies rich dies disgraced."